Hey, welcome to Estevan TV. I'm at PushGapRadio.com.
PushGapRadio.com. Bridging the gap between old school and new school radio. PushGapRadio.com. It's Dallas, baby.
Because word on the street is that Chris Rock will finally be talking about the literal show-stopping moment from last year's Academy Awards, even after Will Smith apologized. Yep, it seems that even after Will Smith apologized, Chris might not have totally closed that chapter of their lives. Question now is, how's Will taking this? And what did Chris say exactly? Let's find out.
Like, black people are so cool, they can own their own racial slur. Okay, that's how cool they are. No other minority in America is cool enough to own their own slur. All right, you never see Chinese people walking around just going, hey yo, my chinks. Yo, where my chinks at? Yo, holler at me, chinks. Yeah, my chinks. Hey, stay yellow, my fellows. Whoa. Sounds awful.
PushGapRadio.com, Hamilton Park, Dallas, Fort Worth.
Live from Hamilton Park, Dallas, Fort Worth, PushGap Radio.
Girl, you can't hear how Dallas, Fort Worth, where this is Jackie.
What up, y'all? This is Jackie
Of Shaka Ford 1 and the main event show.
Something like that.
Shaka Ford 1 and the main event with me, the Queen B, Jackie O. Heard exclusively on PushGap Radio. Giving you 2 scoops.
PushGapRadio.com in Dallas and Fort Worth. Welcome to another edition of Shaka Ford 1 in the main event with Jackie O. We tell you how it is. The mother cats tell you how it might be. Jackie O, what's the business?
Hey, everybody. That's right, babe. Tell them. We give them the facts.
That's right.
Right along with our opinion.
We here to lay down the facts and let you know the goings-ons, and that's pretty much how we do it. Over the weekend, we checked out your boy Chris Rock's special. What did you think about it before we delve into it?
I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I normally don't do Chris Rock as a stand-up comedian.
Right.
But I have to give him his kudos on this one. Very, very good.
Now, some people say it wasn't that funny to them, that they didn't really laugh or things of that nature. I maybe he's done better, but I got some chuckles out of it. Now, they say that different comedians have made jokes about the slap, and people laugh and put laugh emojis. Then they say, well, when Chris Rock makes the joke about the slap, everybody like, oh, when is he gonna stop? Okay.
But the thing is everybody have been waiting for a year, because the slap was a year ago. Right. Everybody has been waiting for Chris to say something.
Yeah, because he hasn't had any interviews or anything.
No, he haven't. He haven't been playing the victim. He haven't been, on everybody's talk show.
Right.
He just absolutely haven't said anything, and so this was genius, because now everybody's going to be tuning in to this special just to see how he reacted, and they're going to definitely get what they're looking for.
Chris Rock finally addresses the Oscar slap and made Netflix history on Saturday with the platform's first global streaming event. It's the first time it was streamed live on national television, as you can consider Netflix, I guess. Almost a year after the infamous Oscar slap, comedian Chris Rock finally addressed what happened in his live Netflix special, Selective Outrage. After an hour of new material that only alluded to Slapgate, they say words hurt. And that didn't just allude to Slapgate. He had other jokes in there.
Right.
And the one about, because we don't want any spoilers, but the one about his dad being transferred.
That was too funny. But the thing that shocked me the most out of everything was his clothes. It looked like he took that shirt.
Yeah.
And just got it. I mean, it was balled up, and he just shook it out and just put it on.
But I have never seen. It must be linen. Linen wrinkles easily. That's what I was trying to tell you. It's like you want someone to follow him around on stage with a steamer or something.
They should have steamed it before he went on stage. I've never seen a celebrity on television with their clothes so wrinkled.
That's linen. See, you don't know nothing about that.
I don't care.
That's a little bit.
Then that was the wrong thing for him to put on.
That's a little bit.
That was
out
distracting.
of your league. After an hour of new material that alluded to Slapgate, they say words hurt. Anybody who says words hurt has never been punched in the face, said Chris Rock. The comedian finally broke down the aftermath of the onstage smack from Oscar winner Will Smith. Actor and comedian Chris Rock will become the first artist ever to perform live on the streaming platform Netflix. He's planning to address the Oscar slap in the new comedy special, which was scheduled for this past Saturday night. Like Jackie O was talking about, he was dressed in all white because Jackie O don't know a damn thing about linen.
I do, but I wouldn't have chosen it. Then I would not have worn that on national television.
I'm rich. I can wear whatever the hell.
I mean, yeah, he can wear whatever he wants to. It's just a little pet peeve of mine. That's all.
Dressed in all white.
I mean, who asked me?
Then you should be a stylist.
You know, the man just got paid millions, so, you know, who cares?
Exactly. I could have came out there with a damn potato sack
you know,
on,
hey, but...
and it wouldn't have mattered.
Dressed
in all white, wearing a Prince necklace. Now, I did like that. He was wearing the Prince symbol.
Yes.
Chris Rock kicked off his set talking about woke culture. The comedian said he was for wokeness and supporting marginalized communities, but he's tired of selective outrage. Okay? He said, I'm going to try to do a show tonight without offending anybody. And he said he'd try his best. Now, they were broadcasting live from Baltimore at the Hippodrome Theater. Chris Rock's presentation was boasted by a live pre-show. Now, I wasn't aware of the pre-show.
He did a live post-show as well.
Yes, I'm getting to that.
Oh, my bad. Don't jump ahead of the teacher.
Yes, thank you very much. There was a pre-show, and they're saying that you're able to access it after the live event ran on Saturday. And some of the people in there was Ronnie Chang. Now, you just heard Ronnie Chang up front. Asian guy who says that black people own their racial slur. Funny guy to me. Ronnie Chang, who emceed from the Comedy Store in L.A. The lineup included comics like Leslie Jones, J.B. Smoove, David Spade, and Dana Carey, who used the time to share touching stories about working with Chris Rock. Now, they said, I bet Will Smith slaps the crap out of a TV tonight. That's what Arsenio Hall said.
Well, that's what he should have been slapping to begin with, the TV.
Yes.
Not this man. You out here airing your dirty laundry in front of everybody.
Right.
In the wrong arena.
Now, here's what went on with the amazing Chris Rock.
I apologize to you. My behavior was unacceptable.
Remember when he said he wouldn't talk about it unless he's paid a lot of money for it? Well, it looks like someone might have finally given him a pretty hefty check, because word on the street is that Chris Rock will finally be talking about the literal show-stopping moment from last year's Academy Awards. Seems that even after Will Smith apologized, Chris might not have totally closed that chapter of their lives. Question now is, how's Will taking this? And what did Chris say exactly? Let's find out. They say it was the slap that echoed across the 7 continents, and in reality, that's exactly how it felt the moment Chris Rock was smacked by Will Smith after the comedian made a joke. Now, it's almost a year after, and the pair are still in the news for that very same subject. Only difference on the table is that the stakes are much higher now, and Chris is out with his own plans. You see, ever since the joke was made at the awards show and the resulting effect from Smith happened, Chris Rock has been pretty silent about the whole issue. I mean, maybe a little jab here and there with little jokes about it, but the comedian has never actually taken an interview or even spoken about it in detail on stage. So it's safe to say that no one is really sure about how the whole experience must have affected him. Well, that was until his camp's most recent announcement. That's right, he could have done a lot of things, even chosen to sue Smith. He instead stayed mum, turning the slap into material for his first tour in 5 years. Rock is now taking that material to a much broader audience courtesy of Netflix, which is airing Rock's newest set live from the Hippodrome Theater in Baltimore this coming Saturday, March 4th, at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. It's a big deal for both Rock and Netflix. Netflix, which began experimenting with an ad-supported tier in November and began cracking down on shared password use earlier this month, has a lot riding on the evening, given it will be the first live streaming event in its 25-year history. Though the live aspect of the show was agreed upon back in September, Selective Outrage represents the second of two comedy specials that Rock committed to create for Netflix in a $40 million deal back in 2016. As for Rock, a 4-time Emmy Award winner, the show seems likely to cement his status as one of the most beloved comics of his era. Not that audiences needed another reason, seemingly. Indeed, though Rock's tour was announced almost exactly 1 month before the Academy Awards show last year, ticket sales shot through the roof in the aftermath of the slap, as did their price, as did the number of shows Rock performed. Days after the show, this editor paid a small fortune to see Rock perform in San Francisco on a date that was added after the tour was announced. During that SF performance, Rock spent less than 5 minutes of his roughly 90-minute set on what happened with Smith. Though the audience was thrilled to hear it, they seemed just as enthralled with Rock's other material. While Smith has faced the music for his actions in the form of a decade-long ban from attending the ceremony, the actor has apologized a couple of times. One of which came when he posted a video apologizing to Chris, everyone present at the awards show, and his family for his actions. And even though things may not be totally settled yet, it has not stopped the actor from joking about the whole thing. In a video posted Monday to the social media app, Smith seemed to make a joke about the controversy he stirred at the 2022 ceremony. Smith's TikTok video, which has over 1.5 million views as of Tuesday, sees the actor listening with intrigue to TikTok user at Miss Moneyworking in another video explaining that inanimate objects can tell you what they think of you. Smith, with a quizzical look, then picks up his Best Actor Oscar trophy from off camera and gives it a concerning look. No doubt, it was funny to most people, but some still had mixed feelings about making it into a joke. But then, we still have to remember that Chris Rock is a comedian, and more than anything, his decision to talk about this now will probably come in the form of a joke. Speaking of Rock, whether he plans to expand on the Oscars-related part of the show or not, only his camp will know until Saturday. But if the prospect of addressing that shocking smack in the face drives viewership, all the better for Netflix and the public.
So, Chris Rock has another special coming up, he's saying. And you said that, what was that, Dave Chappelle? Mm-hmm. That Dave Chappelle had he had a three special deal with Netflix. It seems that all of the comedians, they're getting these really good deals with Netflix, but the majority of them that have come so far has been like a multi-deal. Yeah. Like they're putting out 2, 3, 4, 5 specials, and then they're getting this, ungodly and sum. Netflix tired of y'all sharing they damn cracking down on that. It was funny to me, I said. I really enjoyed it. The Netflix live stream is Rock's biggest public performance since last year's Oscar scandal, in which Will Smith, who would go on to win Best Actor, slapped a comedian in the middle of the broadcast. Days after the incident, Rock appeared at a previously planned stand-up stop in Boston. However, Rock did not fully address the slap then, saying he's still kind of processing what was happening at the time. So I really enjoyed it. It was great to me. I don't care that Chris Rock had... I don't care that Chris Rock had still hanging out his back pocket like Jackie do. Okay.
Yeah, we're not going to give you like details because we don't want to spoil it. No, we don't want to spoil it because we know that a lot of people haven't seen it yet. Right. So that's why we're being very vague about what we're saying about the special itself. However, it is definitely worth watching.
It is definitely worth watching. Yes. If you haven't checked out the Chris Rock special on Netflix, then we highly suggest that you do that.
And he did get his revenge. Sorry.
He did.
Get that in there. Yeah. He got Jada and Will really, really good.
He did. To me, he did an amazing job.
He did an amazing job.
Because the gang of that stuff was funny than a dog to me, mine. If you have not checked out the Chris Rock special on Netflix, and the name of the special is Selective Outrage, then you should be on the lookout for all of that.
And a little bit of a spoiler, that Selective Outrage was directed towards Will Smith. Yes. He did say that Will Smith has selective outrage.
Yes.
Enough said.
Okay, well, the outrage is a little selective. I mean,
Yeah, because look how big Will is over Chris. He made Chris. 2 of Chris. Yeah. He goes like, go pick on somebody your own size.
But his brother Will. Tony Rock said he's going to be to put them things on Will. He said, nigga,
Tony,
you lucky I ain't your
Tony
my
is
bro.
bigger than Chris.
Yeah.
Tony is about Will's size. Will not gonna hit anybody. I've only seen Will slap 2 people, and that's
The
Chris
white
Rock
dude.
and that
White reporter.
that paparazzi that tried to kiss him that time.
Yeah. Moving on, we come to Tim Norman of Sweetie Pies.
Speaking of kissing,
Sweetie Pie star Tim Norman was sentenced for murder for hire. Now, I used to love Sweetie Pies, and I just really hate that you had to do Miss Robbie that, mine. Then he was stealing from her as well.
Tim was the big booty Judy. They gonna turn him out in the penitentiary. But
you think they gonna do him something when he gets there?
I know they gonna do him something unless they keep him in solitary confinement, which you can't see them doing that for the rest of his life.
Right.
But he had also put his mother in
harm's
huge
way
insurance.
Yeah.
No, he had put her in a large insurance policy.
Yeah, he had
And
insured her as
so,
well. Yeah.
who's to say that if he had not gotten away? I mean, if he had gotten away with having his nephew murdered,
Right.
what would have happened to Ms. Robbie?
And that's truly sad that you would want a family member killed for the insurance. Now, I can understand other people, but, Andre wasn't that bad. He was just a kid that needed some direction.
Andre was not bad at all. However, Tim, for whatever reason, it appeared that Tim had something against this young man from the very beginning.
Yes.
Miss Robbie went and got this child from Houston from his mom because he was going through typical teenage problems in school.
Right.
And Miss Robbie went to get him to try to help him finish school.
Right.
And so again, he had a few rebellious ways because he's a teenage boy. And so Tim didn't really, like I said, care for him that much from the beginning. You could tell how he treated him even in the show.
Yeah, he treated him like crap.
And then he went and ended up taking $450,000 insurance policy on this young man.
Yeah, all that agreed, mine.
But also, what happened that led up to this child being in St. Louis when he got shot to begin with is someone broke into Ms. Robbie's house,
right,
and stole over $200,000 worth of her stuff. And for whatever reason, both Ms. Robbie and Tim thought that Andre had something to do with it. And even Ms. Robbie, there's documentation as far as written documentation,
right,
where she was telling this boy not to call her grandma and telling him that he needed to come back and take a lie detector test.
Yeah, I remember that,
to prove that he was not involved in all of this stuff.
Yeah.
And so finally, he was just tired of being accused of this crime, and he wanted to show that he was innocent, and he finally agreed to go back to St. Louis to take this lie detector test.
Exactly.
And then the day before he took it, this is what happened. He got killed, So that was it's just a horrible situation.
The former star of St. Louis-based television reality show Welcome to Sweetie Pies was sentenced last Thursday to life in prison for arranging the shooting death of his nephew to collect a life insurance policy. James Tim Norman did not speak on his own behalf at the sentencing hearing. In the March 2016 killing of his 21-year-old nephew, Andre Montgomery Jr., both men had starred in the long-running OWN reality show about the family soul food business in the St. Louis area. Now, Norman's attorney submitted several letters from family and friends asking for leniency, including from Miss Robbie, founder of Sweetie Pies, Miss Robbie Montgomery.
Welcome to Sweetie Pies.
I don't know whether Tim did what he was accused and convicted of, wrote Robbie Montgomery, who is also the victim's grandmother. He's still the baby that I bore, and I love him as every mother involved loves their child.
It's like Miss Robbie. He hired a stripper to lure your grandson out of the house to get shot.
Right.
He bought her burner phones. He paid for her airfare. He bought the jeans that she gave the boy when he came outside and got shot. There's too much. They have too much evidence. Even the insurance guy was convicted.
So here's an update on what went on with Tim's stupid ass in killing
Reality star Tim Norman sentenced to life in prison for his role in a murder-for-hire plot that led to the fatal 2016 shooting of his nephew, Andre Montgomery.
Okay, Andre. Huh? This is whole pepper. We use crushed pepper.
They were co-stars in the long-running series Welcome to Sweetie Pies, and Norman has maintained he had no involvement in his nephew's murder.
I'm glad you're coming to help me, bro.
Only thing that's difficult in having a family business, you can't fight them.
The reality series, which ran for 9 seasons on the Oprah Winfrey Network, chronicled life behind the counter at Sweetie Pies, a soul food eatery in St. Louis owned by Norman's mother, a former backup singer for Tina Turner, who goes by the name Miss Robbie.
My son Tim tackles everything from supplies to managing our employees.
People would come by the restaurant and sit and watch me and my mom argue all day. So somebody said, hey man, this would be funny if you guys try to put this on TV.
In a statement, prosecutors said Norman portrayed one image to the public, but there were more sinister intentions lurking underneath.
We lost the entire family to violence.
He was arrested in 2020. The charges? Conspiracy to commit murder for hire and conspiracy to commit wire fraud. With Norman taking out a $450,000 life insurance policy on Montgomery, then arranged for his nephew's murder.
Andre is like one of the beats in my heart, and it's gone.
Norman was found guilty in September.
But we could have closure if somebody would tell who did this to Andre. They set him up. It was somebody he knew because he got a phone call and he went outside, and when he got outside, they shot him. He wouldn't have gone outside for a stranger.
Following his conviction, the restaurant closed. Robbie told customers, "Thank you all so much for the many years of support." And just a week before his sentencing, Norman continued pleading his innocence on social media, telling fans, "Thank you for all the prayers. I'm still in disbelief." The caption, #innocent.
I know a lot of people, said have done things in the past that they regret.
The prosecution adds, although Andre's family was robbed of their loved one, hopefully this result will provide some measure of peace and justice for them.
Okay, so that was the goings-on with them. Now, Miss Robbie, sweetie, we know who did it. Okay?
Yes.
You talking about trying to find out who done it. We know who done it. The prosecutor said Norman took out the $450,000 life insurance policy. Now, it breaks down that the way it went down, according to people, because Miss Robbie's saying is somebody set him up. Okay,
and
well, that was the female, Trisha Ellis.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Travel Anthony Hill admitted that he shot Montgomery in exchange for $5,000.
Mm-hmm.
31-year-old Hill of St. Louis was sentenced October to 32 years in prison. Now, Trisha Tanisha Ellis from Memphis, Tennessee, 39-year-old Ellis was sentenced to 3 years in prison after admitting that Norman paid her $10,000 to find Andre and tell Hill, the shooter, his location. A fourth person, insurance agent Wally Rebby Yagnan, was sentenced to 3 years in prison for helping Norman fraudulently apply for several insurance policies and file a claim on Montgomery's life insurance. So real sad how all this went down.
Mm-hmm.
It was a great show. I love Sweetie Pies.
I did too. It was a very good show.
Yeah, I'm not really into a lot of shit on OWN, but in this particular instance, I did enjoy Sweetie Pies. They became very popular, which was a good deal. But, just how do you feel about that? Do you think he got the correct sentence for his part in the deal?
I do. I mean, because he was sentenced to life without the possibility of parole.
Mm-hmm.
And so the only thing worse than that would have been the death penalty.
Right.
And and I'm not necessarily for the death penalty always, but
right.
I do think that he definitely needs to serve the rest of his life without parole. That was just totally evil.
Yes.
To do something like that.
It was mine, and again, it's very sad on how it all came about for Miss Robbie to be in her golden years now, and to have to see. And then, as the mom, I do understand, Miss Robbie, as the mom, that you don't think your kid done it. But we know who did it, sweetie. It ain't no need to keep looking for the killer. This ain't OJ. Okay.
But again, Miss Robbie, everybody I think is thinking, oh, poor Miss Robbie.
Yeah.
She was the grandmother and she's old and all that. No.
Mhm.
Because I have, followed the story, throughout the whole thing.
Right.
And Miss Robbie is not as innocent as people think that she is.
Really?
I've been looking at, and like I said, I've been, delving into it pretty deep.
Mhm.
And to listen to his family members.
Right.
No, Miss Robbie had it set in her mind that Andre was behind this breaking into her house, and she just never got over that.
Yeah.
And seeing a lot of the things that she actually had written to him,
Yeah.
once they got a hold to his phone records,
Yeah.
it was horrible. Some of the things that she was saying to this young man prior to his death.
But Tim was probably the one who convinced her that Andre did it, so he could do the cover-up thing.
But regardless of that, that's still no reason for you to tell your grandchild not to call you, the grandmother, and
until
and all
you
of this
found
stuff.
out what actually went down.
Right. And then some of the family members said that her and Tim was at the funeral, sitting there talking louder than they should have been, saying they don't know why the people were, why the family was crying.
Yeah, I remember that.
At his funeral, and making crude comments about this young man at his funeral. Why even go if you're going to disrespect him like that? So I don't feel sorry for Ms. Robbie nor her son.
Yeah.
So that's how I feel on that.
You cold-hearted.
I'm not cold-hearted. They're cold-hearted.
I feel for Miss Robbie, mine, a little bit. By her being the grandmother and the mother and being twisted up in it.
Where was she at the trial as far as compassionate for her grandson?
She probably did. People feel
it's okay to
grief
show
differently. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I understand that.
Yeah.
But it's okay for you to support your child and all of that.
Right.
But regardless of that, that was still your grandson as well.
Right.
So if you're going to say something in support for your son, say something in support for your grandson that's at 6 feet under as well.
The rapper The Brat is pregnant.
Yes, congratulations.
Well, I don't know about all that.
Yeah.
Because, kind of weird to me.
She's 48, gonna be a mom for the first time.
Yeah, that's the part.
Her and her wife.
That has me concerned. Rapper and reality TV star The Brat has been a force within the hip-hop world for over 3 decades now. She's also on the show
The Brat Loves Judy.
And Dish Nation.
Yes, she's on Dish Nation, and she's on the Ricky Smiley Morning Show.
Yes. So, The Brat's got it going on.
Got several jobs.
Been a force in the hip-hop world for 30 years. In that time, she became the first female solo rap act to earn a platinum record, had 2 top 10 hits on the Billboard Hot 100, and was even nominated for a Grammy twice. Now 48 years old and a bona fide reality star thanks to Brat Loves Judy. The Brat is still a rap legend, but is now also focusing on starting a family. Brat Loves Judy fans rejoiced as the Brat revealed to People magazine that she and Jessica are expecting. The rapper shared with the publication that she is the one carrying the child, something that came into question after the same-sex couple wed February 2nd of 2022. Concerns over the Brat's surgery to remove fibroids and polyps prior to her embryo transfer procedure left the star and doctors wondering if she'd be able to carry.
Rapper The Brat announced last week that she is 18 weeks pregnant. Congratulations to her and Judy, which a lot of people were shocked that The Brat was pregnant and not Judy. But Judy explained in an interview with People's Magazine that her getting pregnant would be more dangerous for her health. So The Brat decided to be pregnant for her wife. And it has been the most wonderful, funniest experience so far. And this video explains how much their baby is going to be loved.
Beautiful. What's your question?
My question is, do I have to drink a lot of milk so my teeth fill up with milk for the baby? Because I haven't been drinking a lot of milk. I've been drinking water and stuff. But I remember Debbie told me to drink milk, so my teeth, they hurt. But I don't know if they're filling up with milk.
No, you don't have to. Your body's gonna make
you see it a little bit?
All will be well, beautiful. And no, you don't have to drink milk so you have milk.
How do they get milk in them?
Yeah, so I don't want to hear about the breast milk thing. Okay, they can keep all that to themselves. Okay,
that was cute.
Despite a miscarriage following these medical procedures of removing the stuff from her innards, okay, the fibroids and polyps, the Brat continued trying for children and can now joyously reveal that she is pregnant, although she did not share if the baby will be a boy or a girl. Says she never thought she'd be able to have kids, and says she just thought it wasn't in the cards for her.
It started
had a great
out
career,
as a joke.
had a great career and a full life, but
yeah,
she felt like because she didn't get pregnant early on that it just wasn't going to happen for her. So, you know, big shout out. But of course, as you know, some people have been going in. Okay.
Well, it started out as a joke, and then they decided to do it in real life.
Right.
And Judy was going to carry the babies, but when they retrieved her,
and she has children, correct?
She have 3 children, yes, biological children of her own.
Yeah.
And when they went to retrieve her eggs, she had a really bad adverse reaction where her heart enlarged, and she ended up with blood clots.
Yeah.
Was put in the hospital and almost died. So
right.
there was no way that she could carry the babies.
Yeah.
Well, the Brat, they got a few of her eggs.
Mm-hmm.
She was pregnant prior to this, but she had a miscarriage.
Right.
The Brat ran out of eggs and they had no more of hers, but there was still plenty left of Jessica's.
Yeah.
So what they did is they fertilized Jessica's egg and implanted it into the Brat. And so, as the Brat is the carrier and is going to birth the baby, biologically, the baby belongs to Judy.
Now here's where Jackie O and I got into a little tete-a-tete. Okay, I was headed out the door to work, and we had watched the video. And as I'm leaving out, and as I kiss my long-suffering wife goodbye, the argument here to a guy, whoever spits the kid out is the mom. Now Jackie's trying to convince me that,
I'm telling you, the
it's
DNA
because she got the eggs.
her.
Don't care. Even if she's the surrogate mom, to most guys, whoever the baby came out of is the mama. Okay, now y'all doing all this with I identify as they and we, this, that, and the third. Get the hell out of here.
This right here is biologically.
I understand that, but if you spitting the baby out, you understand me, then you're the mom to a guy.
But
put down in the comments as a guy.
But
do you think that what's the wife's name?
Judy.
Do you think Judy is the mom, or do you think because the Brat spitting the kid out that she's the mom?
I mean, they're both gonna be the mother, but biologically, it's Judy's baby. It was Judy's egg.
I don't give a damn about none.
Y'all, please comment, because he is just not getting this.
I'm not. I'm really not. Because whoever spits out the kid.
No.
Now, the Brat.
It would have had to been the Brat's egg for it to be her baby.
Okay.
Biologically.
Okay. Now we're going to see. We're going to see what Shuler King had to say about the Brat having a kid.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, big announcement in the hip hop world. The Brat is pregnant. Yes, B-R-A-T D-A-B-R-A-T. Yeah, I got it. The Brat is pregnant. She's pregnant. It's crazy to me because I could have swore the Brat was gonna get her pregnant first. I thought the Brat was gonna get the other girl pregnant. That's what I thought. Come to find out, she done got the Brat pregnant. Now I need to find out the registrar, because I'm finna send them some diapers and some formula and everything. You know what I mean? Y'all comment, let me know what else we need to get. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know. For some reason, I feel included. Like, I don't know her. I ain't never met her. But I know people she know, and I feel included. I do. I don't know why, but I do. I'm happy. But seeing the Brat pregnant, because you know the Brat used to walk around with the baggy pants and all that other stuff, like, you know what I mean? Like, you know the Brat like beat up a dude. You know what I'm saying? So that it was always the vibes. I would have never guessed that she would have been the one that got pregnant. That's crazy to me. Like I always envisioned her getting somebody else pregnant. Not like that. I'm not I visualized or had not the process. I'm saying, you know what I'm trying to say. Congratulations, hell.
Shula is too.
Shula gang! You say so. Shula thought that she was the stud.
Shula basically thought the Brat was the stud in the family.
Man. And so then again, we Jackie and I was going back and forth about the fact that, you know, my thing was it artificial insemination?
Yes,
was it a thing of, you know, she rode the chocolate pony?
No.
Okay.
None of that.
Now, Brat has been in relationships with David Guest back in 2006. Trina, I think that's the singer. Trina. Keisha Spivey. Kurt Frost, and a lot of you may remember Allen Iverson, as well as the rapper Andre 3000. The Brat has also had an encounter with Corinne Stephens.
See, the thing about
Superhead.
I don't believe a lot of that either.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, I follow them, been watching their show and all of that stuff.
She was with Allen Iverson.
Well, no. I don't mean about the men.
Oh.
I mean, I don't believe it about these women.
Yeah.
Because the Brat, all of these years, she was trying to keep it undercover, as if people, couldn't see it. But she had not came out. She didn't come out until Judy.
Right.
Judy is the one that made her comfortable enough to, hey, this is me.
So when is Jessica and the Brat's baby due? As of now, a due date for baby Harris Depart hasn't been confirmed. Keeping this information under wraps makes sense for the couple, considering how the Brat notoriously prefers to keep her private life exactly that, private. In fact, Brat loves Judy. It's the most vulnerable peek into her private life that fans have seen so far. In 2020, the Brat first confirmed her sexuality when she announced her relationship with Jessica for the first time in public. But she's been in the music industry for decades, and there have been rumors that she was attracted to women during the time. So during that time, because this was your career, and you didn't know back then how people would see that in the 90s going into the Y2K, how people would perceive it or take that. So I'm sure she kind of kept it under wraps, but people knew. I mean, you know, you just look at people and, you know, look at Queen Latifah. Okay. And then when she did Set It Off, okay, she played that all too well.
That's true.
The Brat is a 48-year-old American rapper born Shantae Harris on April 14th in 1974 in beautiful Chicago, Illinois. Who's her sister?
Lisa Ray.
Yes. She's famous for the mid-1990s rap career with So Def. And her career spans from 1992 to the present, and she's an Aries. Jessica Dupart and the Brat have been married for 10 months since February of 2022. So, yeah, man. Now, my boy came out, because I love some 5150.
Right.
Okay, my boy Corey Holcomb. And he spoke out about it because, again, where did the sperm come from? And me and you were discussing that about the sperm bank. And I was telling you that you had to have a college degree and be of a certain thing. Now, Jackie's going to run a hood sperm bank. Anybody, if you eating out of trash cans, you can go get some sperm from Jackie's sperm bank.
That is not what I see.
My sperm bank is a little bit high level because Jackie say anybody can donate.
That is not what I see.
Not just anybody can donate. Okay, but where did the sperm come
That is
from?
not what I see.
But here is Corey Holcomb's response to the Brat having a kid.
Her wife, Jessica Judy Dupart, are expecting a child.
That's up that they say her and her wife was expecting a child.
Well, they did get
What
married,
happened?
I guess.
They put the nut in you, or you?
No, it's
What
hers.
happened?
It's her wife's. So her wife had some eggs. So she, what? Yeah, her wife had some eggs.
D, why are you part of this world? D, ain't no you got another pregnant.
No, I know this. I haven't finished my. Oh my.
What, some eggs at the swap meet?
No, hold on.
See.
Now, after this is where me and Jackie
you men
got into the thing of it. Where did you get the sperm from. Okay, and men think this way. Sperm is free. Okay, we waste it in a sock. We waste it down the drain in the shower. Okay,
you
any and
can get
everywhere.
money for donating sperm.
That's what I was telling you. But that was the concern by most men, Corey Holcomb included. Where'd she get the sperm from? Okay, and that's how me and Jackie got knocked at it.
Well, now,
Jackie's telling me she paid for it and
now
she
they're
bought it.
rich. Trust me.
I'm sure.
Trust me, theirs was screened very well.
But you don't think that anybody would have gladly donated to the Brat? But I'm not putting it in a vial now, Brat. We have to do the Joe Louis.
The Brat does not want to be anywhere close to a real Joe Louis. So no, that would not have happened.
We continue.
It's an anonymous sperm donor, but it's Judy's eggs. But they insert all that into the Brat.
Did you hear what
she's
DJ said? Let me shut up and let you say this stupid.
It's Judy's eggs, and it's an anonymous sperm donor, and all of that was inserted in the Brat, and she's pregnant.
Wait.
You can do that.
So let me get this right.
The wife's eggs.
The wife eggs.
Yeah, because the Brat's 48, and she had some other surgeries done down there, so she can.
I want you to justify this. We want to make sure everybody know what happened.
Okay.
You saying the lady
that she's married to
that's sucking breast got some sperm
donated.
That mean it was free?
Well, they don't give all this. They don't give all the specifics about what they pay.
See.
Now, before I saw Corey Holcomb, my same response, was it not?
It was.
Sperm is free. You can scoop it up kind of anywhere. Okay. And
there are sperm banks just like there are blood banks.
Yeah, we know that.
You have people that go to these sperm banks and they donate their sperm and they get paid just like when you go and donate blood and get paid.
Understand.
Carry on.
Paid.
That's what I'm saying.
No, they just said it's an anonymous sperm donors. They didn't say who the dad was. They just said they took Judy's eggs. And yes. Yeah, of course they had to pay for that. It's all a process. But anyway, so she's pregnant now.
Okay.
So
has the girl ever had a kid?
Yeah, she has 3. Okay. But she's young and she already had 3 kids. So they just said that they wanted her to have this experience having a baby.
The Brat eggs was too functified.
See.
The Brat's eggs were functified. But I can understand your argument because after listening to D, you all think alike. And listening to Corey, me and Corey think alike.
Because we're saying facts. You guys is just going by what you feel.
You got her eggs like you went to Walmart. Okay.
No, it's a process.
I understand that.
It's a very intricate process.
Like Corey said, eggs are free. Okay, the Brat's eggs was functified, so you know.
There are some eggs right now in an incubator.
Yeah, waiting.
That's waiting to be implanted.
And that chick, 64 years old and
still
waiting.
Been there for 20, 30 years.
We continue.
Congratulations, Brat.
She went and got some eggs from somewhere.
And she's 5 months along.
And they rigged it to jumpstart. This is what really happened when everybody get through bullshit. They rigged her womb to jumpstart foreign objects. And now she walking around with her belly out. We don't know what's gonna come out of that. I'm not against the Brat. I root for the Brat.
I do. I like them.
Let me tell you something. The Brat has always been one of the most.
That's a girl?
That's her wife, yes.
That girl look like Lisa Ray.
The Brat has always been one of the most beautiful women in the game to me.
Oh, yeah.
I always thought the Brat was attractive.
And a stand-up person.
I like her because she ain't no joke. Brat will beat your motherfucking ass.
Yeah.
I'm not joking, but I'm talking about the thing that's happening with this is what I'm saying. Like the way you tell the story, you act like it was a beautiful thing that happened. This is mutilation.
Oh, Lord.
And it's foolish.
You saying it is a beautiful thing that happened.
It is a beautiful thing. And it is like, he's talking about it's a mutilation. Just, okay, you don't understand. That you don't understand sometimes.
Because guys don't go through all of that, okay?
Exactly.
We want a baby.
That's why y'all don't see it as a beautiful thing.
You're going through a lot.
Do y'all not see a lot, as many of these celebrities that are walking around here nowadays that are having these surrogates carry their babies?
Yes.
And these babies are looking exactly like these mothers. Look at Kim Kardashian.
Right.
Her last 2 children.
Right.
Her daughter, Chicago, looks like she spit her out. Kim didn't even carry this baby. A surrogate carried that child for 9 months. But she looks exactly like her mother,
but
Kim Kardashian.
Hood niggas can only see making a baby one way. Okay. We continue.
Well,
I know the Brat was old.
I can disagree.
Do you know what they had to rig inside her body for something to grow in it?
I do. I've had a lot of. I've had
the old batteries out.
They had
the new batteries from the other girl.
Yeah, but you don't have to be a lesbian to have that happen. I just had somebody within the last couple of years ask me.
You got a chance. You got a chance to stop. Don't say it.
I swear to God.
Say I can stop. Dude.
No, damn near begging. I'm like, no, I don't want to have any more kids. Somebody begging. Yes.
So you telling me somebody wanted some 50 plus anything?
Oh my
Y'all
God.
just don't understand.
No, we don't.
There was a grandmother that carried her grandchild for her gay son and his husband. Because, of course, neither one of them could have a child.
Right.
But yet, the mother carried the baby.
Oh, my God. Hood niggas can only see one way to have a damn baby. Okay. Now, shout out to the Brat and Jessica. You know, I hope everything goes well. You're 48 years old. How old was Janet Jackson when she had her kid?
She was over 50 years old.
Woo! So does the kid stutter or anything like that?
No, he actually is thriving pretty good.
Yeah, when you got that Jackson money behind you, and then her husband also owns.
He's a billionaire.
Yeah, he's a billionaire.
Yeah, so,
Eve's husband.
Her kid is doing just fine.
So yeah, you got the money to handle that. The Brat and them does as well because Jessica has her own business.
Jessica,
I got into watching
Kaleidoscope.
The Brat Loves Judy because Jackie got me into it last season. I watched a couple of them, but very good show.
Yeah, Judy owns Kaleidoscope Cosmetics, so she's a self-made billionaire from her cosmetics empire.
Right.
So yeah, she actually had more money than the Brat.
Yeah.
And that at first bothered the Brat because
and I don't understand that.
What?
I could care less if you made more money than me.
Oh, I know, right?
I could give a damn.
Exactly, but yeah, it bothered
the
Brat.
I got a debit card too to the bank account. Okay, because like my mama said, I don't care if she make $2 million a year and you make $20 million a year. As a man, you make enough money to move out on your own. Last but not least, we got the story of the son who's kicking his mom out of the house. Now, a lot was going down with this because a lot of people feel that the mother is wrong. Of course, a few people felt that the son was wrong in what he was doing. But we're going to let you see it, and then we're going to comment on it. So, here's the deal about the boy putting his mom Young man putting his mom at the house.
Oh, so you gonna sit up here in front like you doing me a favor, right? Since I put you on camera, you ain't got nothing to say, huh? So, really? Oh, you gonna act like you just moving my stuff and you just looking out for your mama, but in actuality, my own son kicking me the fuck out his damn house. Why? Because he got a new family on the way, and that individual has 2 kids, and he needs the space. So now he want to kick his own mama out the house after everything I just been through. The son that I gave birth to, gave life, wouldn't be here if it wasn't for me, and that I raised, and want to kick me out of his own damn house. He can't do this shit. That's all right. I'll be calling the police. So he can know that what he doing is wrong. You can't illegally just put nobody out your house. And the fact that I'm his mama makes it 10 times even fucking worse. Who does this to their own damn mama? That's all right. I'm gonna just let God handle it. It's all good.
You ever stop to think, mama, that God is handling it? You just don't like how it's being handled? Okay. Now, a lot of people were of the mindset that he was just ruthlessly kicking his mom out, and that's not the case. Said this fool is moving in a woman with 2 kids that's not his. He's about to deal with way more drama than his mama. But the girl is pregnant. Now, you said that the mom had said, and we're going to play the mom's response and the son's response and a couple of reactions, that he's been with her 6 months, but she's 5 months pregnant.
Well, that's
because my thing was that you met her, been with her 5 months, and she's 6 months pregnant, then we've got a problem.
Well, kind of a little bit of the backstory, too, though. They said that the mom actually has been living with the son for 6-7 years.
Yes.
And so, regardless of whether he had somebody pregnant and wanted to move him in or not, Mom, at some point, Mom, it's time to go.
Yes.
This boy can't even walk around naked in his own house if he wanted to for 6-7 years.
Yeah.
That's enough time for you to get yourself on your feet. At this point, Mama's using him for a son slash husband.
Yes.
And that was wrong. But yeah, the mom or whoever that was on the other video is going to be talking about the fact that he only have known the lady for 6 months and she's 5 months pregnant.
Yeah.
So
Super
thinking that
sperm.
it's kind of suspect.
Brat should have went to see him.
Yeah, and seeing
Super sperm.
and seeing that this lady already have her own home and she have 2 additional kids.
Yes.
And because she have these other children, then the mom think this is why she's getting put out of the house.
The man wants to be a man. Let me tell you something. As a man, you want to run your own kingdom. Okay, you grew up in your dad's house or your granddad or around your uncles or whatnot, and you were told when you get your own, you can do whatever the hell you want. That's what my mama told us. Okay, as a man, you have to rule your own kingdom. And again, at this point, he's probably fed up with her ass.
Well,
Mom sounds like she's worse.
He was trying to tell her that at this point he got the lady pregnant, and he wants to do the right thing
as a man.
And he wants to step up, and he wants his child to be in the same household as him
and be a good dad.
He's trying to start a family with this lady, and that's what he wants to do.
Doesn't want to be a statistic. He has to take her on and her children as well in order to do that. And he's willing to make that sacrifice. Here's a response.
Put nobody out your house. And the fact that I'm his mama makes it 10 times even worse. Who does this to their own damn mama? That's all right. I'm going to just let God handle it. It's all good.
Women, you have to realize, especially black women, when men grow up, they want to be in control of their own kingdom. They do not want to sit around and continue to be a son husband. And I tell women this all the time. Do not program your child into being the husband that you never had. At some point, he is going to rebel, and he's going to be very resentful that you had him to be your little slave and to be your emotional booster. This is why so many guys are growing up not in control of their emotions, because they're too busy trying to please the emotions of their mother. So when men do find a woman that they really like and that they want to settle down and have a family with, they're going to eliminate the mother because the mother has too much say-so that doesn't make any sense. When you have a mother who does not have a husband and you move on as a son, your mother's going to do everything in her world to try to discourage you. Now, if you have a mother who has a husband and a mother who has a boyfriend, then she's going to want to see you go off and live your own world with a woman so you don't bother her. I tell a lot of guys, this situation will work with your baby mother. If you have a baby mother and you get in a relationship, you better hurry up and get your baby mother in a relationship, or she's going to try to destroy yours. This is what happens with son husbands. When they go to divorce their mom and move on, they typically start getting backlash from the mom, and at some point, the mother is going to try to destroy the relationship. Keep it moving. Keep it pushing. When you wake up all the way.
So yeah, that's where we are with that. Because again, I'm like old boy here. Where in the hell is her husband? Where's your husband? And I don't mean to knock you or whatever, but mom seems to have come from a place, like a lot of women, that you didn't need no man. And now you gotten to the point, you don't have a man in your life.
And
I'm proud of the guy myself.
And the thing about it is, he also have said that his sister just recently had a baby, and she's having postpartum issues, so she needs some help.
Yeah.
She lives right down the street from him, and the mother refused to go and move in with her to help with the baby.
to help out with her own grandkid. While this guy is trying to stand up and be a man. Okay.
Yeah, it's a
I'm
sad
proud
situation.
of the guy. You got to make that decision because it sounds like she's a victim, a whiner, and using guilt manipulation on the kid.
And then he said by her taking it to social media and trying to blast him that way, he said that he lost a lot of respect for his mom.
Yes, as I would understand. You can tell the mama ignorant and a negative person. You can just listen to her and tell that.
Yeah, that's
Don't nobody want to be around her. And she acts like her son owes her something. But she probably treat him like crap and the man tired of it. You can tell she ain't got no man in her life. And how come mom ain't supporting herself? Where her job at?
Exactly.
You ain't got no kind of unemployment or disability or something coming in. Why she living off her son?
Apparently she didn't have a plan B, that's for sure.
Yeah. The man trying to live his life. And the mama had years to get her own damn life together.
But the thing about it too, if you look at one of the videos,
right,
they apparently are both big, huge TikTokers.
Yes.
Because there was some comment that he made, which again, he was offended by her going and taking this to TikTok. And he was like, he was the one that put her onto it. And that got her to get to the TikTok fame anyway. So apparently, like I said, they're both big time TikTokers.
So now we're getting into the mom's response off of her TikTok. Let's check her out.
Number 2, she has her own house. She has a single family house. She has 2 children. Okay? And she gave up her house to come to a house where relatives were staying at that was already established. Okay? So, this is the thing. They got into a heated argument. I was nowhere around. They got into a heated argument. He said some things. The other relative was there. He said some disrespectful things and whatnot. And she left. Okay? Which had absolutely nothing to do with me. So once he realized he messed up, said some things he should not have said, very disrespectful. This woman has a high, what you call it, now they only been dating for 6 months. Let's make that clear. 6 months. She just turned 5 months pregnant, okay?
Okay, so that's the mom.
Yes.
Okay. And she just doesn't think that maybe because the girl is pregnant, she don't believe it's his kid.
That's what she's insinuating. That's why she's saying that he's only known her for 6 months and she's 5 months pregnant.
Right.
Yeah. But regardless of that, that's still none of your business.
Yeah, that's that man's life.
They have to sometimes fall and get back up. You can be there to support them,
right?
After the fact, but they have to go through experiences just like we did.
Yeah.
And that's none of her business.
And her TikTok is Sharon ain't having it, and you're saying that he had got her set up. Now we're about to run the guy's response, and let's check him out.
So I just want to tell y'all this, man. I am so hurt right now. This is me in this video. To get on TikTok to see your mama try to embarrass you for the 3rd time. The first time I didn't say nothing, the second time I didn't say nothing, but enough is enough. Like, my mama really mad at me for moving her stuff out my house. I been told my mama I wanted her to move out. She been living with me since 2016. I'm about to have a whole baby on the way. My little sister just had a baby. She's going through postpartum depression. She's not working right now. I ain't trying to put her business out here, but she's going through a lot right now. So I just felt like because my mama don't have a house, you should just move in with your daughter and help her out. She lived right down the street from me. But instead, she don't understand how I feel. Me trying to be a real man and want to take care of my family and my baby in one household. She gets mad and said, are you putting your family before your own mama? Like, what? I'm about to have a baby. Like, Ma, then you get on TikTok to try to embarrass me? Like, I lost all respect for my mama, man. I can't believe that she do this to me. I'm the reason why she even got a TikTok. I blew you up, Ma. This how you gonna do?
So, that's the son. And I wholeheartedly agree with him. Because mom talking about, well, he's leaving me, this, that, and the third. When a man cleaves to a wife and they become one. It's in the Bible, ain't it? So you're supposed to forsake all others. You don't put anyone above your spouse. Okay? I couldn't imagine. I love my mom, but the old adage, if my wife was drowning, my mom was drowning, who do you save first? Okay.
Right.
So what do you think about it? Do you think the mom is correct in wanting to stay there, or do you think it's time for her to let him go?
The mom is 100% in the wrong. First of all, there is no reason why she should be staying with her son at this point in time unless there is like some extenuating circumstances.
Right.
And there doesn't seem like or sound like there's any extenuating circumstances. But her first mistake was putting it out on social media like that. You know, this is your child. This is your son. This is something that should have been discussed privately amongst her and her child.
Right.
Not put all out for the whole
Putting your
world to
business
see.
out there like that, man. Now, we had a few comments of people when we were out discussing it over social media. Next up says, at 18, my parents changed the locks on the door after I graduated from high school, fam. My father told me either get a full-time job, find a skill, go to college, or join the military, but you're not living here. Now retired from the military after 30 years, best thing my parents did for me. Now, a lot of people say that black folks are the only ones who put their kids out at 18, okay? And most other people let the kids stay and get on their feet, this, that, and the third. But to me, you've been getting prepared for 18 years.
Well,
because you screwed up and you didn't focus on your studies or find out your path in life or where you was gonna go. Because the whole time you was in here, you was grown. Now that you grown, you mama's baby.
But even at that, you still not everybody is still ready and able to be
I understand
on their
that.
own at 18. That was just like I was telling you the other day about this story that I came across of this young lady that I'm now following.
Yeah.
Where her and her brother turned 18 on August 29th of 2022.
Yes.
Their
My Saint Mother's
parents,
birthday and Michael Jackson's birthday.
their parents woke them up at 5 o'clock in the morning on their birthday, put them in the car, drove them from Chicago to Atlanta, took them to a homeless shelter, got their luggage, dropped them off,
And
went back to Chicago.
It ain't funny, but
It's not. And it was like, and this girl got sick in Atlanta. Another homeless person had to take her under her wing. And I'm going to say this and then get back on track. But this girl took her under her wing, and the 18-year-old got sick. They called her parents, and they told her no, she cannot come back home.
Wow.
So
Now that's sad.
I don't necessarily always, like I say, not all 18-year-olds are ready to go out
They're
into
not,
the world.
but you should at least had a damn plan when you were being told. Okay, JT always said when I hit high school, every now and again, you know, when you turn 18, you're getting the hell out of here, right? And that helped me to make decisions. I was in the JROTC, so in 11th grade, I signed up for the military. Now, this one other guy says, Hunter here, says, my older brother moved back home with our parents after his divorce when he was around 42 years old and never moved out. Which was fine because after the dad died, suddenly he was able to help the mom. Now with this woman here, she's a grown-ass woman, okay? Come she can't take care of herself is what I'm saying. And I go back to what I just said. I reiterate. Isn't she a strong, independent woman who don't need no man? And I saw a thing, and we're going to get back to one more reaction. I saw a thing with Kevin Samuels some months ago. He was talking to this young lady. And he was asking her, well, what are you going to do when you get old? And she said, well, I'm going to live with my kids. And he said, you a selfish bastard. And she's like, well, what do you mean? He said, you had your whole life to get your shit together. And now you're going to be a burden to your children? What if you don't have Social Security or no form of income or whatever? And then your children are married with a family of their own. And now here you come. And you had your whole life to get your shit together. And here you are 30-something years old. And you thinking in your 50s and 60s, 20, 30 years ahead now that you're going to move in with your children. You had time to get your act together. You had time to find a man. Now, here's our last reaction to that. This is Jason Whitlock on reacting to the son who kicked his mom out of the house to start his own family.
And worse. who does this to their own damn mama. That's all right. I'm gonna just let God handle it. It's all good.
Oh, now she's gonna let God handle it after she let the devil handle it, coming out of her mouth with all that profanity. Trust me when I say this. There's far more to this story. For a son to be treating his mama like that, clearly there's a lot of details she's leaving out. She's probably been a headache for this young man for a long time. He has a right to pursue a life with his own family and not be burdened with his mama living at his house.
So that was Jason Whitlock telling the truth, baby, about the goings-ons, mine.
Yeah, okay? Mama needs to go.
You just need to sit it down, Mom.
7 years, and Mama needs to go.
You know, it's just sad. You should have had your own life going on, Mine.
Well, yeah, because if she'd been living for him for 7 years, she wasn't gonna never leave on her own.
No, you got it.
He had to put her out if he wanted her to go.
Got it.
Either that or he had to move. She come home one day and all his stuff was gone.
Right, because you'd have done him another kind of way. Thank you for logging on to the bangingest thing on your urban internet radio dial. Shaka 401 in the main event with Jackie O. We're bridging the gap between old school and new school radio. Let us know if you checked out the Chris Rock Netflix comedy special. Let us know what you thought about it.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment.
He always forgets that, y'all.
I do. I'd be so engrossed in getting the show done, and now I got to get in touch with Doc out there in L.A. That syndicated our show. Okay.
Hey, Dr. Ramsey.
I was trying to get a show uploaded to get sent back to him.
And the crew.
And, you know, it was just a thing of the Dropbox messed up. So
it'll happen. All you have to do is call Dr. Ramsey and let him know that you're trying to get
I tried
that you're trying to get him the show, and trust me, he will definitely call you back.
Yeah, I tried to reach him, but you know, I don't know. I'm calling him back on tomorrow. Let us know what you think. The Brat is pregnant. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Tim Norman's stupid ass going to jail.
Booty, booty, booty.
The Brat's pregnant, Tim Norman's going to jail, and the son kicking his mama out the house. What do you think? What do you think about the Chris Rock special? All of that and more on this show. Show 401 in the main event. Never average, never mediocre, online, on point, and on the freaking money. Thank you for following us. And remember this. The people who follow us aren't followers. Shaka 401 in the main event. Jackie O.
And we're out.
Okay.
I was supposed to say my love.
Yeah, you
didn't let me do that the last 2 weeks, so I've been gone.
Okay, well, hell, you've been gone 2 years, man. What the hell?
I know.
Okay.
Y'all, thanks for tuning in. And again, please do not forget to like, subscribe, and comment.
Yes.
And also go to PushGap, Twitter, and Instagram, and let us know what you think.
Yeah, just let us
know what you'd like to see us do, and all of that good stuff.
Pray until something happens. God always provides. At PushGapRadios.com, the power is in the name. PushGapRadios.com. Dallas, baby.
And we're out.
PushGapRadio.com. Don't knock the hustle, baby.
PushGapRadio.com. We finna take over this town like street sweepers.
That's gangsta
PushGapRadio.com. We want to be your official Dallas internet station.